Morning everybody, Andy's back again, and this is all we seem to do: eat, sleep, game and repeat for you guys. So if you can show some love, if you can just like and you can comment and you can subscribe, if they're the first three things that you can do for this channel and for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic, and then I can keep this content coming. I was up till ridiculous hours last night doing it, and then I've had a request again, and it's probably been the longest tactic known to mankind. I had to deep dive into this one a little bit and watch a few bits and read a few match reports, and it's the Portugal national team tactic and formation. Now the reason this one was hard is because there's no formation quite like what they do in FIFA. They're a very strange setup. They sort of play with a V in the middle. It's sort of like a 4-1-2-3-1-ish, but not, and then it's sort of 4-3-3, and it's sort of 4-4-1-1, and it's sort of just a mishmash of everything. So in the end, the closest I could get to it, you can go 4-4-1-1, but it doesn't quite leave your DMs back enough, and that's what sort of sets it off. And sometimes when they have, I can't remember his name now, one of the DMs, but he sort of sits back, so then it's like a 4-1-2-1-1 or something along those lines. But anyway, the best I've got to it is the 4-2-3-1. So let's get into it, guys. So it's the 4-2-3-1. It's the second variant, but they play quite narrow. Now, in the last game, they had like very few crosses, which is surprising when you've got Ronaldo as an absolute jet engine in the air. They don't seem to play. I mean, obviously, he had his injuries as well from the national team around Christmas time, I believe it was. So they relied on a couple of other options. So they're a very counter-attacking team, but they do it methodically, from what I've seen, but they've got the players in there to like sort of bully it and to absolutely steamroll. So for the defensive style, you can, if you wish, put it on drop back, but I find balanced is the best option. Width, I've put it up to 6, just to stop those pesky wingers sort of coming down, but again, they're a very narrow team, but for the sake of the game, I've knocked it up to 6. You can pop it down to 5 if you want to be a little bit more realistic, and towards Portugal, but I've popped it to 6. And then the depth, as I say, they do sit quite deep and then build up fairly Samuel Allardyce style. It's sort of route 1. So, you know, gone for middle of the road depth of 5th here. Some of the games and clips and sort of analysis that I'm looking at, they appear to me to sit even deeper than that, but I think 5's fair in game. I've sort of had a tinker around with it, and 5 feels fair. So offensive style, long ball works the best, because you obviously sat deep, you don't want to be pressured too hard, so you want to get it up, and especially with Ronaldo, the wide players and Felix confusing people, you want to get the ball back up the pitch fairly fast. So as I say, even though it's a wide formation, they attack very narrow, and they don't use the wingers. The wingers are more like cams. Now you can use the 4-2-3-1, just normal variant for this, but then it leaves other players out of position which you don't want. And then I had a look at the 4-3-3 formations, and they don't work with Ronaldo and Felix in them. And I looked at the 4-4-1-1, which is very close, but I wish there were another variant where the CMs were DMs as such. That'd be better. It'd be nice if you could just sort of tinker and put people where you want and make an actual custom formation. But anyway, so long ball width. Again, we've dropped it down because they are a narrow formation. We've dropped that to the middle of the road 5, and then players in the box 6, because you do have sort of Jota, Silva, Felix, Ronaldo, even Fernandes and some of the other players as well sort of get forward, get in the box. Corners, they like to crowd the box a little bit more, so I'll pop that up to 3 just to save from that counter. And then the free kicks is 2, because when you've got Ronaldo on the ball, Felix and some of the others, it's generally going in the back of the net. Anyway, so player instructions, again, we're all out of Portugal players. I've got Ronaldo and Felix, but we'll stick with my team for the time being, for the sake of the video. So keeper, balanced, nothing to report there. Your centre back, stay back, normal, nothing to report there. Your wing backs, the back line is like a unit. They just stay in formation. They don't move from each other. They very rarely sort of come out of unison. So stay back while attacking, normal ascensions, mixed attack. Not much to say on that back line at all. Very basic. Now it starts to get a little bit interesting. So, depending who's playing in game, and you can't set the tactics up about it, but the best we can do is say you've got one on balanced defence. You don't want anything different there. Getting forward, so this is sort of as I see Fernandes, good old Bruno. So get forward, normal interceptions, but he's covering centre, and that's what he seems to do. Is get forward is another threat there. He's got that high work rate as well, so he's going to absolutely bomb forward. But just balance fence, normal centre, and cover centre. On the other side of things, it's a little bit weird, but we just go balance, normal, and cover centre. Now, what I have noticed though, and I haven't changed it now, it's up to you, but on this side of things, he seems to cover the wing. Now, that seems to be because Jota cuts inside a lot more, and because he plays narrow. So what happens here is he tends to cover the wing, and then you just have your attacking midfielder getting into play. So it's a very strange setup, but yeah, if you want the more lifelike scenario, cover wing. That should have been on cover wing anyway. It's not saved. As I say, I have trouble with the web app where it doesn't change sometimes, so I should have checked that. But cover wing is what it should have been on. But you can have it on cover centre if you feel that you're getting pressured too much in the middle. But if you're going play by play for Portugal, cover wing on this side of things. Then Jota, even though we're set up as a winger here, as I say, this is where they do play more narrow. So this is where we've dropped the depth. But it does come back on defence. It cuts inside, but it comes short for that ball a hell of a lot, and it sort of links in with Felix and also Bruno as he's running forward. Now Renato sort of covers then. I can't think of names, sorry, I'm still off sleep. But Renato or whoever's playing in that other DM role, sorry, I've got dust all over my laptop, I need to clean it. They sort of cover that left side, so that's why he drops to the left, because then you've got Jota, who does come very short for the ball but then goes in and cuts inside. For the crossing runs, just put him on balanced, normal interceptions, but yeah, come back on defence, cut inside, come short, balanced crossing runs, normal interceptions. On the other side of things, don't seem to defend as much, so just sort of hovers around, but does cut inside and seems to be that more attacking threat. So it comes in from the left again, getting behind, getting the box for crosses and normal interception. So there seems to be a bit more liveliness in form of, so like the build-ups to the left and the attacks from the right, but not always goal scoring threat with Silva. So what the cut inside's done here, and the reason I've done that, is because this would be Felix's position. Now he does drop deep. Now you can't have, this is why the 4-4-1-1 works, because Felix is that false nine who sort of pulls people away and allows Ronaldo or whoever we're playing up front to get in. So the comeback on defence will just allow him to drop back into that sort of midfield role a little bit more. But he'll also get in the box for cross, so he's allowed to break and get in for it, should it go back out to the wings, because you've just drawn your man out with Felix, because generally people will think that your Felix is an attacker and you're playing 4-4-2 or a 2 up front whatever 4-2-2 with this setup, but you're not. So what it'll do is allow Felix to come back, lay the ball off to potentially Jota. Felix will then come forward. Your Bernardo Silva from the right will then push forward, and all of a sudden your opponent's thinking, what is going on here? And then I popped him on free roam as well to fill that false 9 a little bit more. So he's just, again, he's drawing people out, he's pulling defenders out of position. So it works with the team nicely. And then, as I say, you've got Bruno on this side who's going to bomb up, get in the box for you, and then Renato Sanch on this side. He's ready to cover everything up. If you do get counter attacks, then you've got Felix who's going to come back on defence and cover that midfield role for you while Bruno gets back into position. And then lastly and not least would be a big man Ronnie. Nothing too crazy on here, so stay central, get in behind, normal interceptions, and stay forward for the big man himself to smash you some goals and absolute terrorise keepers. So that's it, guys. Again, I hope you're enjoying these videos. I mean, all I can ask, as I say, I had a quick look at my statistics last night. I think I've got less than 1% viewers to subscriber rate, which is quite sad. So all I can ask you, people are coming back. I'm getting repeat traffic, but you're not subscribing, and obviously that helps me. So if you just tick that subscribe box for me, hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the videos, and then if you want to see any of these, if you've got any questions, any teams, formations, sort of team ideas, squad builders, just pop it down below and I'll do my best for you to get back to you. But other than that, guys, I've got a little bit of work to do. I've got a doctor's appointment in a bit, so I'm going to get ready for that. Definitely going to have a drink because I look about 900-year-olds and like a prune this morning. But other than that, guys, as always, if you stay safe, enjoy your gaming. Until that time, next time. Peace and love, guys.